Alrighty, this is our man down box and one defense. All right, kind of our traditional, everybody runs it box and one defense. All right, so get a new color. Let's say this is the guy with the ball. Most of the time, what man down defenses are going to do, they're going to try to draw you out of position. They're going to try to get you to rotate. They're going to try to pass it around fast enough that you can't rotate fast enough to recover, and they're going to get somebody with an open look, and they're just going to shoot the ball, step in and shoot the ball. All right, so what we're trying to do is rotate faster than the other team can pass the ball around. At this level, we got to hope that they make a mistake and they throw the ball away. All right, it's worked for us so far. So let's say that this defender has the ball. Let's say that this offensive player has the ball. Our defender is going to step out on him, right? Not too far. We want to keep it tight, but we don't want to give him a free, hands-free shot. Even from 15 yards, you want to be able to get out and get on hands. So the defender is going to step out on ball. When he steps out on ball, this midfielder is most likely going to make a pass. When this midfielder makes a pass, we have to rotate. All right. Before I get into that, they have a guy on crease. All right, there's two different types of box and one defenses. The only difference is what this short stick D midi is doing on the crease. So we have long sticks on the outside of our box, and the one in the middle is our short stick. He is locking this crease guy off. He should not move. He should not leave this crease guy. He should stay completely locked onto that crease guy. If the crease guy leaves, if this crease guy, for some reason, decides that he's going to pop up top and be an extra midi, this guy is still staying as the middle of our box and one. And you'll see why in a minute. All right? But for now, let's say this guy's on the crease. So our short stick's locking him off. If they try to pass him the ball, you check his stick. You do not let him catch it. All right? So we got, this guy has the ball. This defender steps out. Let's say he passes it around. All right, so this midfielder passes it down to this attackman. This defender steps out on ball. This defender slumps back in to get tight. All right? Say he passes it again. Now this defender is going to have to go play ball. And now we see where the rotation is going to have to come. All right, so this defender goes to play ball. This defender slumps back in, and we now have to rotate. When there's a rotate, we need to yell rotate. We need to be loud about it. So we don't want to leave this guy wide open. That's bad. An attackman, he's probably cutting in. We don't want to leave him open. So we have to rotate. So this defender is going to rotate down. He's going to rotate down to take this attackman spot. This defender is going to rotate here, take this defender's spot, and this defender is going to stay all but in the same spot because he's splitting these two guys on the backside. The guy that is least threatening on the field right now is this top midi and this attackman. All right? So when this pass goes back over, this defender's got to recover. Got to recover and still look out for this attackman in case he's going to come. But this is the guy farthest away from the ball. All right? He's the least threatening. All right, so let's do this again. All right, let's say this attackman, say they shoot, they miss, this attackman has the ball. All right, so what's going to end up happening is we're going to have to set this up a little bit differently. We now have a defender on the ball back here. Defender's on the ball. Don't overplay him, don't get beat. But this defender's on the ball. We need now more of a diamond setup. We have a guy covering the ball. We need these defenders on the closest guys. Our short stick D midi should be on the close side of the ball. And we have one more defender up top splitting the two midfielders. All right? If this attackman passes the ball to this side, this guy now has the ball. This defender slides out. This defender is sliding out and calling rotate to this guy, right? Rotate, rotate, rotate. This defender is popping up, and this defender is going to pop up the crease to help split these guys. All right? So what it'll look like then, once the ball comes back up top, will be just like what we just had it set up in. This guy's going to be on ball. Right? And it's right back to our box and one. It's a little hard with the arrows, but you can see this arrow, he comes here, that arrow there, right? We're just set back up in our box and one. All right? The defenses get a little confusing drawing them out on the right whiteboard, but I did want to try to talk you through them. All right, one more thing with the box and one. All right, one more thing with the box and one. If they don't have anybody on crease or short stick D midi, he stays. All right, he stays in his position because now he's playing a string or a yo-yo. I've heard it called both. All right. So in this case, this midi has the ball. Right, this defender's on him. He's gonna pass it over to our middle midi. This midi now has the ball. Our short stick D midi is now in the rotation. He's going to pop up, and he's going to cover that midi. All right? Our defenders here need to stay tight so that if this attackman would try to pop around, these defenders can step up and cover him. All right? So these defenders need to stay tight. Our side defenders, so the ball just came from this midi to this midi. Our side defender needs to get back down in the skip lane. All right? So right now, if this midi wants to throw a skip pass, meaning he doesn't want to go to this guy, he wants to skip it, he has to throw it through our defenders. So our defenders should have their sticks up and in the lane here of the skip pass. Stick up in this lane, stick up in this lane. All right? If they end up passing the ball the whole way around. So it goes from this guy to this guy to this guy. Now this is the guy that has the ball. Our short stick is the guy covering him. So when the ball comes back to this guy, our short stick is popping down to cover him. All right? So that is man down defense, box and one. That's with the guy not on the crease. Right? Before was a guy on the crease. All right?